What's going on, guys? Javier again, episode 9, and this is October 16th, 2020. I got my cousin in the house.
What's up?
And I got my boy Albert back in high school, man. I'm not going to share his last name, but tell him what's up, Albert.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Yeah, man, just wanted to do the episode. Basically, the topic's going to be the word working or work. What does the work do for you? You think people are working too much? You think people are not working smart and working harder, in other words? So, to begin with, man, let's start with you, cuz, since you're in the house, man. When did you start working? Do you remember the first?
Yeah.
How old were you whenever you started?
I was probably about 16 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the
HEB.
hourly rate?
Oh, back then I was a kid, man. So it was about $5.25 an hour.
Yeah.
$5.25 an hour. Yeah.
And can you believe, just to begin, man, like, can you believe that back then people used to get paid 10 cents an hour and they used to make it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Back then?
Ain't that crazy, man?
Yeah.
Think about 15 cents, 17 cents. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was born in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember gas being 75 cents a gallon. I don't know if you can remember, you know. I remember it being so cheap, man. But, you know, it's changed. Times change, man. And technology is really, you know, hitting back, man. But let's go with you, Albert. Do you remember how old you were, man, whenever you started working?
Yeah, man. I think I was cutting grass maybe probably about 9 years old, man. I was living with my tia, and there was a gas station, a convenience store right next to me, man, and it had a big yard in the back. And, you know, I was cutting my tia's grass, and next thing you know, Chinito, like, came up to me and said, "Hey, man, you think you can cut my grass?" I was like, man, okay, well, you know, I'm only 9 years old. You know? Don't worry about it. You know, don't just make sure you don't hurt yourself. And then he was gonna pay me. I can't remember that far, but money was money, man. I was like, whoa, okay, yeah, man, I'll cut your grass and you know, whatever you want. So I ended up cutting his grass and made some money there, man. And I also worked with a good friend. I was still about 9 years old, and you know, his mom was clean clinics, I guess, like that. And I would throw her trash, clean the counters at this little clinic around the Heights area. And dude, I was making a little money. You know, 9 years old. I think I was in the third grade or something like that, third grade. And you know, so that ended up leading me to working maybe when I was 12. You know, moving up. You know, delivering phone books. I don't know if you remember Southwest Mail. Back in the day. They used to come deliver phone books.
Yeah, yellow pages and all that.
Yeah, big old books.
Pages. Yeah, man. So I moved up from cutting grass to cleaning offices to delivering phone books at 12 years old. I think that was like, I guess the law, maybe child labor law. Or something like that.
Yeah.
But cousin said, Javi, I mean, minimum wage right there was like you said, it was like $5 something.
I remember,
but I mean, like back in those days, man, you know, that was a lot of money, man.
Yeah, that was it right there, man. I remember that whenever they said, "Why are you making $7 an hour?" Everybody wanted to be at $7 an hour, man.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm putting gas in my car, and I got this car, and I'm getting payment done, and this and that.
Yeah,
it's crazy how you think about those days, but we were only raised in the 80s, man. Think about being raised in the 50s, 60s, man. How back then it was just
10 cents an hour, 12 cents an hour.
You can buy a whole house with $20,000, man. New house, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. But you know, like I said, times have changed, man. But I think some people are just not working as smart. In other words, what they could do, and not having, and still be basically. I wanted people to know that life isn't all about working.
Yeah,
I think life is about enjoying it, man. Because we only get one life, and I feel like there's people out there that complain too much. You ever seen people that complain too much? And they're the main ones not doing anything. You You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can agree with me, but I know a lot of people that complain a lot, but they're the main ones not doing anything, or the least. You know, so. What do you think about those people, cuz? What do you think about them?
Trash.
Trash. There's a lot of that, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
So I asked myself, what are they doing in the interviews that the good people that are willing to work are not doing? Because a lot of times I feel like the people that are lazy are the ones getting hired.
Yeah.
And the ones that are not, they're the ones that are not getting the job.
Yeah.
I don't know if you experienced or seen that, man. I have a lot. Oh, you agree with me with that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
What about you, Albert? Do you see or know people that have been in that situation, man, where you see more lazy people getting hired versus the people that are willing to work for all their money, not get the job?
Yeah. I mean, I've been working in my company for over going on 9 years already, and I've seen a lot. Seen a lot of people, man. Yeah, what you put on your resume, it's supposed to show a lot what you know and your experience and stuff like that, man. But sometimes it's the buddy system, man. It's who you know to get in the company, and then man, and it's like, man, this guy is not pulling his weight, and I've been here longer than he has, and we also have a lot of guys like, man, he's getting paid more than me. And it makes it harder on other people because it's like, well, I'm not going to do this because I'm getting paid this much. And, this guy don't even do nothing. He's getting paid this much. I'm like, man, it shouldn't be like that, And, but that's how it comes down to sometimes, man. And, just because you've been there a long time, somebody comes in, like I said, it's like the buddy system, and it's not who you know, it's what it's not what you know, it's who you know, and it's still like that sometimes, man. Like now, I don't know if it's getting harder to get in. Like in my company, you really have to have experience. You got to take a test, and they'll test you, and they'll see where you're at, and if you don't qualify, you just don't get hired, man. Yeah. And I think that's a good thing, man. They can't just say, hey, this is my cousin, I want him to come in, and you got to take this test and let's see where he's at, and if he's not where he's at, then I'm sorry, we can't hire this person because sometimes we don't have time to train, and it's that's what I want to see more of, man. It's like, let's see what this guy knows, and he says he knows what he put on his resume.
Yeah, but you got to think about it too, man. They be bullshitting on the resume too, man. Just to get the job, they be putting all sorts of shit.
Well, that's what Albert was saying. Like everybody puts words on this paper, but are you lying just to get the job? You know what I mean?
Man, you can catch them right off the back, man. Yeah. Once they get hired on, hey, I know how to do this, do that. Yeah. Okay, we're back away. Let's see what this guy knows what he's doing, man. Just like, I'm in safety, man, and my job is to make sure everybody's safety is good, man. Make sure nobody gets hurt. That's part of my job. Yeah. And when I see this, I'm like, man, you ever done this before? Oh yeah, man, I've done this before. I was like, man, where at, man? I mean, you're doing this way wrong. Oh, the way we do it over here. It's like, nah. I mean, the way you came from. I know what company you said you came from, but I know that company, and this is not the way, that they handle safety, man. And it's like, oh, well, yeah, man, we get away. It's like, well, you're not going to get away with like that around me, man. So I have to correct the guys, and, it's hard sometimes, man, being what I do at work, because you got veterans that's been there for like 35 years and 40 years, like they say, you can't teach old dogs new tricks, and that's true, man. You can't teach these guys nothing because they're stubborn. They've been through it all, and they know it all. And a guy like me coming in, it's like, oh man, look at this guy, he's gonna tell me what to do. I'm like, oh man, it's like, what am I gonna do? I can't just turn around, because if I turn around and something happened, I'm reliable. I'm responsible for that person. So it's a lot, man. And back to what you were saying, Javi, like, the resume, man, it's, these people put whatever in the resume and they get in, and it's like the buddy system. It's like, oh, that's my cousin. And, once he gets in, just kind of train them, help them out. It's like, oh man, and it makes the other guy, work twice as hard.
So. Yeah.
It actually, it's not the right way to go, man. Like if I have a cousin and I'm trying to put you in, I'm gonna tell you straight up to your face, cause hey, don't make me look bad, man.
Yeah.
Don't let me down, because if you let me down, it basically tells my boss, okay, so you're good, you were good for X amount of years, Javi. So what's going on with your cousin, man? Like I thought you were referring me to somebody that know what he's doing, man. So basically, I'm not trying to offend you, but you would look at me the same way. Like if I don't know the things that you know, you're gonna tell me the same thing. Hey, man, I'm gonna get you in. But I need you to understand that I don't need you to let me down, man. Like,
and even with that, man, let's just say somebody not really bullshits the resume, but let's just say if they kind of bullshit it, let's say a little bit, 5% or something like that. But if somebody that worked there for nothing can teach them and they learn the ropes, and they can do the job. You know what I mean? So I think it works for both sides of, like, you got the bullshitters and you actually got people, hey, I did kind of hype up my resume, but I'm willing to bust my ass. I'm willing to work, learn everything. In my opinion, that's So.
No, you're right. 100, man. You're not coming in being a lazy guy. You're getting paid this month. You're coming in willing to learn, train, and busting ass. Like you said before, man. People coming in, then they're lazy, but you do have people that come in and they do bust their ass, man. And you can just see, man, they're driven. They want to learn, and I'm one of them, man, because I got in this business for somebody who I knew, and I went in like blindfolded, man. I didn't know nothing, man. Yeah. I mean, the tools they use and everything like that, I didn't know nothing. But man, I'm a fast learner, man. I learned pretty quick and real fast, and I just moved up the ladder, man. And that's all you do, man. You move up, people.
I think different people are like, some are fast learners and some are like hands-on type. Hey, show me how to do this. I'm more like that. I'm not a fast learner, but if you show me how to do it, maybe once or twice, and then I think I can get it from there. You know what I mean? Because there's different people, different mindsets. You know what I mean? No, everybody's not the same. So.
And that's basically what talking about that. Because I agree, man. I'm not really trying to offend nobody, because I know people out there really buzz their ass for the money that they make, and a lot of times I don't think that we're paid what we're worth. You know what I mean? If somebody looks at you and say, "Okay, we're gonna start you off at $10 an hour," let's say they told you back in '95, which is real good back in '95, $10 an hour, you could be making more, buying a Lexus, this and that, whatever, man. But I'm not really trying to offend people, but I'm just saying that I feel like there's a lot of people out there that try to look at the dollar bill. How much can you make? But how much can you make doesn't translate to how much do you know?
Because, your knowledge.
Because if you don't know anything and you want to make $20 an hour, they're gonna base it off of that, and they're gonna look at reviews. They're going to look at your production for X amount of hours that you work per shift. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, Albert, man. I work night shift, man. I don't know if I think I told you that a couple of times before.
I've been there for a couple of years.
And I enjoy it, Albert. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I don't have no kids. I do have a girlfriend, man, but I don't have no kids. So I think either way, there's no excuse. If you choose to be in that kind of, hourly thing per day, you're gonna basically still be able to be responsible for whatever's going on in the life. So my point is, man, that I know I'm not gonna say no names, man, but I know people that go to sleep at my job, man. Let's say they work 12 hours. Let's say they work they sleep 3 hours, man, like off and on. Out the way. And I mean, I understand people have lives outside of job. They might have kids and this and that, schooling and this and that. But this is a consistent, every day, every night, man, like the same thing. So I'm like, what about the people that don't sleep, man? But night shift still gets bashed for what other people. When somebody does wrong, they blame it on the whole crew. Not just that person, you know what I mean? So how would you view that, cuz?
Look, For me, because I used to work night shift at Walmart. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, no bullshit. So I worked there for about a good year, or something like that. And we would always get bashed by the morning crew. Hey man, night crew didn't do this, night crew didn't do that, and we're over here busting our ass. Like you don't think night crew does a lot of shit? Yeah. Nah, bro, they do a lot. We do a lot of shit back in the day. Yeah. I mean, back at the time, fucking boxes, we got like 15, 20 pallets. And that's just one area. Let's just say that's furniture area. That's just that. And then we got to move on to toys. That's another 10, 15 pallets right there. Especially around Christmas time. Yeah. That's a lot. Oh, and then so, my boss would be getting mad, hey man, what's going on, man? You ain't done yet? I'm like, bro, man, there's too many damn pallets, man. Like, you better send that shit to the back, make fucking morning crew do some of that shit because there's way too much. Yeah. But first we gotta unload the truck.
Was it 8 hours, cuz?
8 hours.
8 hours.
That goes by quick.
That's
quick.
Nothing, man.
Yeah. And then there was one time, like, I ain't gonna lie, man, they threw me in toys and I had about 10 fucking pallets, man. 10 pallets. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna finish this shit. There's no fucking way I'm gonna finish this shit. Yeah. If I do it, I'm gonna put it in the wrong spot. But trying to hurry the fuck up, and I ain't gonna lie, I did that a couple times so they can get on my damn ass. Hey man, you need to push it. But but they're walking around. I had a manager too, man. Supervisor. Yeah, I had a supervisor I got into it with because, his job was to help us out. Well, I had two supervisors. One, he would help us out all the time with pallets and, help us out all the time. And then I had another one. He didn't do a goddamn thing, bro. He just walked around the whole store. That's all he did was walk around. And I told him some shit, bro. Like, hey man, you're supposed to be helping us out. You're our leader. You know what I mean? If you're not putting in that effort, you know what I mean? Like, that sucks. Yeah. You gotta lead by example. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I think sometimes, Albert, you might disagree with me, bro, but sometimes I feel like some people try to take advantage, of course, man. Mm-hmm. But I think that sometimes I feel like even the wrong people are being fired. And the good people are being, basically the good people are being fired, and the ones that still are not doing what they're supposed to do, they're still on the job, man. So I don't know if both of you have ever experienced that, man, but I still do. Like, what the hell? How's that?
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like it's not even fair, man. Sometimes you feel like, in my opinion, man, I think you need to work more now when you're younger.
Yeah.
That way, when you get older, you relax. Relax, man. You know what I mean? You already did your part.
That's the future. I mean, but man, the economy's changing so much, Javi, that man, it's like, is our kids gonna be okay? As far as are we gonna have money? Just in case something happens. I think that's why people they store money, they work hard, they bust overtime, and sometimes people just do it just to buy things. Try to have nice things. And ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Because I grew up and I would like to have nice things, man. But man, I think about my kids first, and they come first, man. And
how many kids you have, by the way?
I have two boys, man. I have a 15 and I have a 9-year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And I've been with my old lady going on 22 years, married 14.
Wow.
So
congrats on that, man. Congrats.
And it's not easy, man. So I look at my life, how I grew up, I was almost like a foster child, dude. I bounced around a lot. I went to different schools. I had a lot of, ups and downs, more downs than ups, man. But I told myself as a kid, man, I'm never going to live the way I lived as a child, and my kids ain't never going to see the life I lived as a child. They're not going to live that. So I think, it's a blessing to have this job, and we do work a lot of hours, man. And there's days that, I'm like a zombie, and, I don't know what's going on in my kid's life. I think my wife that, she holds it down, man. And I'm like, man, I'm doing this because of the fact that this and that and this, and she understands, man. And, there's some days that I'm just zoned out, man. I don't know what day it is. And
I think you just overworked, man, to be honest with you, because I have a buddy like that. He just works.
No, that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm overworked. Sometimes in my line of work, man, you can't say no because of the fact that you know what you got yourself into in this type of field. They tell you too, man. You work in this type of field, man. This is what you're signing up for, you know. And this is what I signed up for. So, you know, you got your good days and you got your bad days. And right now it's good days because I'm only working 8 hours, and I love it, man. I'm able to come home, see how my boys are doing, help them with the homework, see what's happening, go to the games, and you know, because I missed a lot of time and you know, with my family and stuff like that, man. So, but like, you know, back on the topic is like, you know, the economy's changing, and people, you know, we try to put away, man. Like you said, Javier, 401k. You know, we work to try to put that away, man, because hopefully when we get old, man, you know, that money will help us. Yeah. And they won't just, you know, hopefully my kids don't throw me in the old folks home or something.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. It's funny. It's funny because, you know, like, let's just say, like, my mom, she has a 401k, you know what I mean? And whenever her time, it's time to go, you know what I mean? Hope, you know, she's going to pass it on to me. I'm going to do the same thing I have a little girl myself. She's 3 years old. So I still got a while to go. You know, I'm not married. Me and the mother split up. But everything's good between us, you know what I mean? So I do my job as a father. So, you know, I work these little side jobs here and there and try to make money, but until I can get a really, really good paying job, then I'm just going to keep hustling, man. That's what I got to do. You know what I mean? So
let me ask you this, Albert. Let me ask you this, bro, if you don't mind, man.
Go ahead, man.
Do you believe that you and your wife should work in general, man? You think a husband and a wife should work, or you think it should be the man only, or vice versa? You know what I mean?
That's a good question, man, because somebody asked me that, man. It was a conversation, and how I see it, man, back in the days, man, I guess it was tradition where a man should bring the bread and butter to the house, and the woman should be at home cooking, watching over the kids. That's not me, man. I grew up in an era where my kid is not going to have my name. I'm not going to get married when somebody tells me to get married, or my wife, she better have a job. Because now, man, I mean, you know, that's just me speaking in general, man. That's me. My woman, man, I mean, I want her working because, I mean, it takes two, man. And if you want nice things, you want to do, do things, man. I mean, it takes two, man. I mean, because of the fact that, because I don't want my woman to be home and
just eating chips.
Because her in person, man. She don't like, man. She likes to get out. She loves working. Yeah. That's cool, man. But I mean, I'm not knocking the mothers that don't work. Man, they work and they take care of the kids. They hold it down at the house, man, and I give it, because that is a lot, man. Sure. And some husbands, they feel like, the women don't do a lot. They do, man. They do a lot, man. Yeah. And I give it to them.
Yeah, that's true, man. I believe, in my opinion, to all the audience, we're not trying to bash nobody, because I know there's a lot of wives out there that are taking care of their kids, which is good because they have partners with that. What I give the mothers that are staying at home is that they don't got to hire no babysitters to take care of their kids, because nobody can love your kids more than you.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that subject, man, to be honest. I'm not a mother, but see, when I was working at Walmart overnight, I would go in from 10 a.m. to 9 a.m. or 10 to 7 in the morning. And then I would have to go pick up my daughter, because the mother, she would work at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I would drive to Katy, go pick her up, watch her the whole day, all the way up to like 5 or 6, and drop her back off, go to sleep for 2 hours, and then go to work again. So that's what I would kind of do. I would watch her the whole day, like kind of like a single mom in a way, but
that's why, like, the females that are out there, taking care of their kids at home. Yeah. What the big point that I gave them is that, again, they don't have to hire no babysitter, because nobody can love your kids more than the mother can. You know what I mean? Plus, you don't got to waste an extra amount of money. Yeah. Because they cost money. That's a job. That's being a mother or a father, single mother, this and that, that's a full-time job in itself. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because the kids need attention. If they don't get attention, they're gonna find attention somewhere else. You don't want it to be a bad influence kid.
Oh, hell no.
This and that. So I mean, that can go all the wrong routes, man. But yeah, I agree, man. I agree, but I agree with you, Albert. I think because in my opinion, man, the day that I do get married, man, they say that whenever you get married, it's not about you no more. Just like it's not about you whenever you have your kids, it's about them. And whenever you get married to your wife, you basically combine as one.
Yeah, yeah.
Your bank account is her bank account. Her bank account is your bank account. You can look at it different ways.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're going to have to know where you're going to meet at, because at the end of the day, you're going to be couples. You're going to be partners. You're a team, basically, man.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like Albert said earlier, man, like if you want this, let's work for it. Me and you. Me and you.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what he said too, man. Like, in all the girls I always dated, they always had jobs. You know what I mean? I don't like a woman, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not bashing nobody who stays at home all day. But this is to say, if you don't have any kids, bro, and you don't work, there's women like that, bro. Like, they're just chilling at home, bro.
There's a lot of that, cuz.
There's
a lot of that, man.
Lazy.
Yeah. Nowadays, they don't even care, man. Like, hey, when you gonna buy me this? When
I'm like, shit, you better get your ass over there and work, bro.
Yeah. And you try to make them understand.
Yeah.
But they just don't understand, because like Albert said earlier, the tradition is that the man's supposed to be making all the bread, man. But what about nowadays, man? Like, nothing's gonna be cheaper no more, man.
Yeah.
Everything just costs money, man. Everything is a job, man. Everything is a job, man. Everything. Like, buying foldable chairs. You can go buy foldable chairs, buy canopies, buy foldable tables. You can make that a job just by owning that. If you have a truck and have a helper, every weekend there's a party somewhere at somebody's house, this and that. That's rentals, man. Like, my point is that why does a woman have to be home when she can still be productive, in my opinion? You can still work from home. You can sew. You can be online and take incoming calls from home. You can sell merchandise. Like, if I knew how to make designs, I can make them. I can get somebody to print them. She can make other marketing. Yeah. Like, there's different ways. Yeah. She can cut hair. Yeah. I mean, there's just different ways, man. Like, but it doesn't have to be where it just has to be the man. Yeah. So I'm going to bash some of the women out there. I am bashing some of the women that don't have the drive. To help out their man.
You see him struggling every day, waking up in the mornings, and you don't do anything. All you do is, I'm just sleeping. Like, what the fuck?
Couch potato. Couch potato. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Yeah. But like you said earlier, because I think you have to be a leader. Yeah. You both have to be leaders and say, we got to teach our kids better, because we don't want them. Nobody wants their kids to go the same route that you did, man. You always want to see them do better.
Oh, yeah.
Make you proud.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because after we're gone, you want them to be able to survive for themselves. Mm-hmm. Well, my dad told me that. My dad told me this. My mom told me that. Yeah. I don't got to worry about this and that, because... And that's how you teach your kids. And you're teaching not only your kids, but they're telling their friends the same way. Like, because not all kids are raised the same way. So, like, teaching one person and teaching kids and this and that, in my opinion, you're helping out other people in the world. Mm-hmm. Little do you realize that you're touching other people. Like, wow. Yeah. I didn't even think about it like that, But that's why I'm trying to get with work, man. But let me change it up a little bit, Albert. You think some people are just too comfortable, man? You think they're just afraid of change? Like, I know some people know what they're doing, but they should know that they're able to make more than what they do now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have that at work, man. I mean, people they complain, and these are like older guys, man, that's been there for a long time, and they complain about this, they complain about that. I'm like, and I tell them, because I've been with the company 8 years, but I've been with this company in particular for 3 years, and I never really worked with veterans like these guys here. when I say veterans, man, I'm talking about people that have been here 25 years, 30, 35 years. One guy, 42 years.
Seniority.
42 years. Yeah. So, you know, these guys are like, oh, man, you know, they're always complaining. Every day is negative. I mean, you know, they always talk mess, you know, at work. Yeah. That's just a given, man. And you better have a strong back or a strong skin. I mean, and because if you don't, man, you're not gonna make it, man.
Yeah.
But these guys, man, man, they complain, and you know, and then you know, I look at them like, man, if you don't really like it here, man, it's
get the fuck out of here.
No, well, you know what? Good luck in trying to find another job because of the age you are.
Oh,
they're not gonna.
Yeah, they're not looking for that. Yep.
No, they're not, man. Because I read a study saying that you know, they don't like hiring older guys because of the fact that you can't train them, man. They already got their mind trained in one way only, and these companies, man, they wanna do it their way, not the way you're bringing. You know
what's messed up, Albert? You might disagree with me, both of y'all, but whenever you're reading terms and conditions or rules about jobs and hiring, a lot of them say because it has to do with the law.
Yeah.
We don't discriminate from sex, gender, you know, race, this and that. You have a disability, this and that. Like if there was no laws with all of that, you know, they would have said, no, we want people that can handle their shit, that can pick up 60 pounds plus, you know, they're going to be picky. They're going to be picky. So whenever Albert said, when older people, they've been there 30 plus years and they're complaining, what do you want me to do? Why are you complaining to me?
You know what's funny real quick? I know you're talking about like people who's been there for a while, and you're even talking about change too. So I used to work at Memorial Herman. A couple of years ago, I used to be washing dishes and stuff like that, so I would go in the mornings. And there was this black guy, man. He was probably there for he told me he was probably been there for about 20 years, man. 20 years washing the dishes. Like what I did, like I would do it some days, and he would do it every single morning. Every morning. Yeah. And I told him, I was like, how long you been doing this? He said, 20 years. I said, have you got moved up? Have you got a raise? He said, no. I'm just chilling. Like, fuck that, man. You think I'm going to be there 20 years, no raise, no nothing, like doing the same shit? Like, nah.
That's comfortability. I know there's a big difference between the enemies are comfortability and how much you're making.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, are you afraid of change? I think a lot of people in general are afraid of change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not, you know, the way you got to look at it, in my opinion, Albert, you might disagree with me, bro, but when you go to work, man, it's not about making friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People look at it that way. They're afraid of losing the friendship between this and this person, you know? It's not about that because at the end of the day, they're not paying your bills. They're not going through what you're going through under your roof.
Yeah.
So you got to think about that. Like, don't get too comfortable, man, because honestly, in my opinion, when you're younger, you still have potential to make more because you know you have X amount of experience.
Rise above it.
Yeah. So the people that are complaining now, why is that my fault? Why are you putting that on me? Like, I don't want to say putting it on you, but they're complaining to you and you're hearing it every day. What do you want me to do about it, man?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do me. You know what I mean? You're trying to do.
I mean,
you.
how I see it, it's almost like no offense, like a female. They just want to vent and they want somebody to talk to. And this is all we see is these guys day in, day out, 12 hours, 7 days a week. So they see us more than you know, they see their own family, man. And it's true, man. We see these guys every day, man, day in and day out. You know, we go home, go to sleep, and do it again next day. Who are you going to be working with? The same guy? The same guy keep talking about, like, oh, man, I'm going to leave, or, man, well, I'm going to hear this tomorrow. I'm going to hear this the next day. You know, and I just look at him. He just venting. I just shake my head, and, you know, I don't want to say nothing wrong. You know, I just, man, okay.
But you can't feel sorry for them because they chose
No, I don't feel
route,
sorry for them, man. I just, I'm working with this guy. And I'm like, hey man, keep pressing that, or keep turning them wrenches, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm hearing them, and they're just laying it out, man. I guess that's what they need, man. And if they're gonna do that every day, then hey, man, I'll list. I had no choice but to list because I can't tell the boss, man, hey man, I can't work this guy, man. Put this motherfucker somewhere else.
Yeah, basically, he'll tell you, "Oh, you threw me under the bus, man." Like, well, what am I supposed to do, man? Like, you can't take care of anybody, man. That's not your job.
Nah.
It's not your job to go to work and listen to everybody complaining about what they do because of the money they make, or it's too much going on their shoulders. But I'm just like you. I'm in the same position as you. But, I'm trying to change it up. I'm not trying to hear all that. There's a lot of negative people out there, man.
Yeah.
There's more negativity, in my opinion,
than
positivity, man. Yeah. And it shouldn't be like that, man. That's why you come out as a positive person and you do you. But then you always got people that try to avoid other situations that come about that are negative, but it still comes to you, like you're still going to be involved in that because you are working wherever you are, you know what I mean? But I think a lot of people are afraid of change, so they rather just deal with it the way they know how, but they still want to come to work and vent and, talk all their crap. Man, other people, I'm going to tell all these people like this, man. I know somebody at work because he's in his early 60s. All he talks about, man, negative. Everything negative. Whether it be about the Rockets, Astros, football.
He's probably unhappy with his life.
Working. I mean, everything, but he bases it off of...
Shampoo and soap he uses.
He bases it off of working, man.
Yeah.
And he takes it from there. Like, I don't want to hear that, man. So if I got something to say, because he pushes it out of me, like he wants to hear me say something, man. So when I say something... I'm going to tell you, but he's going to get offended. So when he gets offended, he lets me know he's offended.
Yeah.
What else am I supposed to say?
Yeah.
That's not my fault, man. He's 61. He don't got no 401. He got he's barely building it up. He's in his early 60s. I'm in my late 30s, cuz, and you think I want to be like that when I'm his age, man? Like complaining about this and that? I want to be relaxed. I'm comfortable. I don't want to say I'm wealthy or nothing like that. I'm not worried about nothing, man. I did my part when I was in my 30s and 40s, maybe early 50s if I had to. But I mean, 60s and a plus, I mean, I'm done, man.
Hell, 62 is retirement.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, as years
I
go
don't
by.
know, man. I think it's 65.
And they pushed it up to 65?
Yeah, don't quote me on that, but it's not 62 no more. I believe it's 65 or somewhere right there. I mean, maybe somebody can let us know, but I'm sure it's 65.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy.
65, yeah.
Wow.
But my point is, I'm not trying to be there, man.
No. I'm not trying to work.
Yeah. So as older that we get, we're in our 30s. Mm-hmm. As older that we get, it might change. It might get, lower, higher, this and that. But, I mean, my point is that people are complaining too much, man.
Yeah.
People should realize that it's not all about working as well. Like you told me earlier, Albert, you got to work smarter, not harder. A lot of people say, we're going to do this. But think about the people that are risking their lives every day, because being a cop,
firefighter,
people that are cleaning buildings up there, man, and towers.
Fuck that.
They're cleaning the window there on the 50th floor. Like, wow, this is all you got? Like, I don't know, man. I mean, there's people doing dangerous jobs out there.
I had an uncle who did that shit. Yeah. He had a job to do, right? And he had to go all the way on top of those little things, like where you're cleaning the windows. Yeah. He looked one like, he's like, yeah, fuck that. I ain't doing that shit. He said he just walked off. He's like, fuck that. I ain't doing that shit.
I mean, people do. I don't know if you know what fertilizer is, because you know what fertilizer is?
Fertilizer?
Fertilizer for your garden and this and that.
The shit? Oh.
Yeah, it smells like shit.
Yeah.
What it is bad shit. It's bad shit. Yeah. People are going inside caves out of the country. They're going inside the caves, and they're climbing these caves, man, inside, man, and they're just they're collecting all the bad shit, all the bad crap. They just collect and they hose it in, and they make fertilizer out of it, man. But my point is that these people are climbing these caves because they can easily fall from because they're climbing up the cave and they're like up in the air, man, and they can easily fall because they're just, I don't know what you call them anyway, but there's a lot of jobs that are risky lives, man.
Yeah.
I mean, doing it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can die by doing these dangerous jobs, and I give them all the props, man.
Because I want to do that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't fucking go. I hate heights. I ain't doing that shit. Nah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. One of the most traumatizing jobs that I think I would ever do is answering 911 calls. Cause
okay. Oh,
think about that.
What are they called? What are they called?
911 dispatcher.
Dispatcher.
Man,
Okay.
Like, can you imagine somebody calling and say, "Hey, somebody just broke into my house," and then you hit somebody just shoot them, man.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine you trying to calm them down? I mean, that's working, man. That's a job right there, man.
Yeah.
You think you can do that, Albert?
Yeah, I don't think so, man.
No.
Man, that's crazy, man.
I'll quit the first day once I get a call like that. Say, I quit. I'm done.
Yeah, man. I know somebody who does it. I have a friend.
Because I have a family, and I'm like, oh man, I ain't trying to hear this every day when I come to work.
That's scary, man.
Yeah.
Traumatizing, man.
She works overnight. She works from like 10 a.m. all the way till 10.
She probably gets paid pretty good.
Oh,
money,
yeah, she
man,
does. Yeah, she does. Yeah.
You got to be able to calm them down and do stuff like that.
That's just crazy, man.
Yeah, it is, man. But I don't know, man. I want to thank y'all, man, because I want to thank you, Albert, by the way. But by making this episode, man, I really feel like people need to hear reality, man. It's all about being transparent, man. In the world, it's all about being transparent, being kind. I think that takes you a long way in life. I think it also has to do with you enjoying life, man. My point of making this episode is I want people to understand out there that it's not all about working.
Don't kill yourself.
Yeah.
Working.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, your people are going to miss you. And whatever happens, because people get hurt and at work in general, man. You can be a firefighter and the ceiling can just collapse on you, man. You could break your back and stuff like that, man. So anyway, Albert, any closing words, bro, that you might have, man, for the people out there listening?
Yeah, I just hope they don't take offense of what we just talked about. I mean, no harm. I mean, it's just my opinion, and that's how what I said through this, broadcast. It's me talking. I'm not talking for you or anybody or yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, Albert. What about you, cuz? Any last word that you have, man?
Basically, like, just don't take what we're saying to heart. This is our very own opinions, so I mean, you take it the way you want to take it. That's you. But I did enjoy this episode with you, and just don't work too hard, guys. Don't kill yourself over it. We only got one life. That's it. Enjoy it. So
good shit, man. Good shit. Do you, Albert, want to share any Instagram or anything that they might want to follow you and ask you your personal opinion on anything that you do, man, or you wanna leave that off?
Whoever people know me. I mean, if my name is Albert, people that know me, if you don't have me on Instagram, then I'm sorry. If you don't have me on Snap or Facebook, then I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, the people I have on Facebook and everything like that on my Instagram.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Yeah. Good shit, man. Good shit, cuz. Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys listening. I'm going to have my episode 10 coming up next. I already know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to share that now, but thank you for listening, and peace.
Peace.